There's a country club in Rochester, New York, where we lived for 13 years called Oak Hill. Oak Hill is pretty exclusive. The PGA has played there a number of tournaments, and the WPGA has played there a number of tournaments also. A number of years ago, a man in our church invited my wife and I out to dinner there. And we went in, and when you go in, you have to say whose guest you are. You can't just walk in and have dinner. And because we were a friend of Mr. and Mrs. Leanhout's, we had a great dinner there that night. It wasn't just for anyone, though. I looked it up out of curiosity, and the cost of joining at Oak Hill is $70,000. And the monthly fees, $800. Oh, by the way, once you've paid that, you can have dinner there. I think of that because in Luke 14, Jesus told about a banquet where it was a rich man giving it, but not everyone showed up. And so the rich man goes out and invites, Jesus says, the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind. Whoever wanted to can attend. But some were too busy. Jesus is talking about the kingdom of God. He's talking about the people of God. He is saying that it is an inclusive rather than exclusive group of God's people. And the church is meant to be inclusive. No economic differences, no racial differences, men and women, no age differences. It strikes me as one of the real sad things that churches become made up of almost all people who are, say, in their 20s, or almost all people who are senior citizens. No, the church is meant to be inclusive. It's put this way in the book of Galatians: there's neither male nor female, Jew nor Gentile, slave nor free. An inclusive view of the church. That's what we have to have. And by the way, we've been talking this week about the distinctives of the Church of God. That's one of the distinctives. You know, in colonial days and beyond, there was often pew rentals, where the more esteemed you were and the more money you made in your community, the better pew you would rent for the year. And that's where you would sit. Well, some people in the 1800s abolished pew rentals, and the Church of God's never been a people with pew rentals. So if you want to know what Jesus taught, he taught an inclusive church. And like I've said, that's exactly what we teach in the Church of God, an inclusive church. Because where the Bible speaks, we speak. And where the Bible's silent, we're silent. And Jesus said, all can come in. This is your daily devotional for Friday. I hope you're doing well. Hope you pray for the church and pray for me. Hope you'll seek first the kingdom of God. Remember, blessed are those who hear the words of God and keep them. God bless you as you serve him today.